So let's welcome today. We have a special guest with a very exciting tool that he created to help Amazon sellers, mainly in Europe. We'll talk about how he got into building this tool and a little bit about himself. But I want to welcome you, Conrad. It's a pleasure having you. Thank you very much for the opportunity to show to our audience how they can use your tool. And like I told you in previous calls that we had, and like I always say, I only want to recommend tools and things that I think that will give value. I'm being approached a lot of times with tools and stuff that want to be featured on the channel that I'm not using, and I don't see honestly the potential, and I'm always putting them aside. And at first, honestly, I thought that's one of the tools too, but then realized the more we talked that it could help a lot of sellers, whether they are beginners and also for advanced sellers that do it on scale. And we will talk about all the features later. But I want to introduce you. Why don't you tell who you are, where you're from, a little about yourself, and then we can do a little quick demo about the tool.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much, Thomas, for having me. It's wonderful for you to be accepting my my request because, like you said, Intellifox is an interesting tool that's very different from whatever you have seen for helping sellers on Amazon. So I'm really happy to be able to speak about Intellifox because that's my passion. You know, every ounce of energy I put out in Intellifox. So as you might have heard, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm French from France. yeah. And I'm a software engineer. That's my main quality. I love to create software. I love to tweak things, make stuff better, and create a lot of value for people. And at some point in my career, I wanted to have more not have a job, but work for myself. And I've looked into opportunities, and to me, Amazon FBA was like this very interesting opportunity. Like this ready-made market where you just have to work on the marketing, sourcing, and that spoke to me. And so 3 years ago, I spent some money and some time learning how to do this. And while doing it, I was also in my entrepreneurial mindset, you know. And I was in a group of many French sellers, like more than 2,000 sellers. And every day I was in this group and I was trying to understand how Amazon worked. But at some point I was just helping them because there are so many issues, technical issues, and how do I do this? How do I make this image? How can I optimize my things? And myself, I was going through the struggle of putting my listings, creating my listings, making everything as beautiful as possible. And I had a lot of variations. And I was looking around the tools and how can I make this easier for me? And basically there were no very well tools that was making listing optimization as efficiently as I would love for people to have access to. It was not a very perfect sentence, but I wanted to make it very easy for people to optimize their listings. And that's what I've built about during the last 2 years. It's to me the easiest solution to build and optimize listings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to interrupt here and kind of get more details. So you started like the idea of being an Amazon seller was really appealing for you. The lifestyle, we all know about this amazing lifestyle that it can give and provide, and the scalability. You can relatively create something big with very small team and lean team. And you just started to learn by joining this Facebook group, or you took like a course or something that will teach you. I don't know how in Europe things work. I'm not talking about the UK, because I guess people from the UK, since it's English, they're kind of mixed with how people in the US learn through courses, very similar. But you know what I also teach is, you know, always when you create your listings, do it like by the book, send it to like a special photographer, but it's a little different approach with what you and the group there are doing. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, kind of. I think there are many approaches to solve the same problem.
Yes.
So yeah, in order for me
That's my
to
point. Like, there is no one way. That's what I
yeah
want to really figure out, like how we can learn, how we can take this idea and really maybe implement this to other stuff. Maybe we're not there, that's not the right approach, or maybe we can learn and improve from that approach or other approaches as well.
yeah, definitely. So for in my situation, I went through a course. That was the starting point, because I was looking at at the um, the market, and basically you have a lot of free knowledge out there, but when you have access to free knowledge, you have to assemble the pieces and make your own thing. So
Can be
I paid a course.
overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming, but also you gain a lot of time and you gain a lot of experience quickly when you join someone that had a lot of experience. So that's the game all the gurus are playing out there, and I think many of them have a lot of values to sell. Yes, basically. But I think that to me that was an interesting starting point. But in the course there was no explicit advice. Should you take the pictures yourself? Should you outsource that? It was more about what kind of message you need to send through your listings.
Okay.
How are you going to structure your offer to make it appealing for people? And the mean to achieve that, yeah, I guess some companies will go to agency and they will have done for them listings. But I wanted to provide people with less budget, and how can they do this themselves, even if they have the pictures of their product. That's the most important thing you need to work for e-commerce. Even if the picture of the product you've outsourced them to a professional photographer, you still have to make things in a certain way on the listing, and they won't do that for you. Sure, you can outsource everything, but what I wanted to create and give is something where you have the control yourself. You can do it yourself. You can control it. You can tweak it in the future. You can, well, make everything like you want it and keep the control. But
Yeah, I want to add something. So I always suggest that when you work with a photographer, that he has a background in design, that he cannot just Photoshop and give you like plain pictures on white background, but that he can also do touching to them, shadows. He can play with elements, text, and overlays. But I think this is more like for advanced sellers that want to really make it like in very competitive market. They have to do it like very professionally, and even after they get the photos, that's it. You can't really do revision. So I think that's when your tool come into place. We'll talk about it later, but how and exactly to do things in demo. But yeah, I'll let you continue from where you left.
yeah, I guess what do you want to know? What can I say? I've got, well, I can talk a little bit about Intellifox. That's the name of the tool, Intellifox.
So you helped others, you joined the group, you
Yeah.
had your own listings, and then your background as a software engineering kind of got you into, okay, now I can make things better. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I have also the background of listening to your podcast with Joe, so I kind of know a little about the history. But so you kind of joined the group, you figure out how we can help them, and then that's how you started Intellifox?
Yeah, basically by popular demand, I would say. Now, I did a prototype, and I talked to my coach, Amazon coach, and he saw a lot of value in it. So I first started showing Intellifox to a larger audience, his audience, and the response I had from the sellers, from this group of 2,000 people, it was overwhelming. I had so many like they wanted this because it was solving something that was really important for their business. So that's the starting point. And since it was May 2020, during the start of the pandemic, and since this day, I never stopped. I'm working constantly in order to improve the product, make it simpler, taking your feedback from all the Intellinauts, I call them, the users of Intellifox, and just making the product better and better every day.
What was their main problem that they were so like eager to fix?
For them, it was really building the pictures. building the 7 pictures you need to sell on Amazon, and all the technical difficulty there was associated with that. Yeah, the worst thing I've seen is people trying to create their images with paint. That was the level I was going at. Yeah, you can't use paint from Microsoft to create your listings. That's not okay.
Yeah. Why don't we then showcase the tool, and people,
yeah,
like I guess a lot of people at this point like asking yourself, okay, so what is this tool, what it does, and how it can help us? And we're gonna show it right away. But before we do it, if you like the tool, we'll appreciate if you use the link that we'll put at the bottom that support Intellifox and will support us as well, bringing you this beautiful content. So let's start. Could you maybe share the screen, and maybe we'll start with what you suggested at the beginning. I think that a lot of times before holidays or events, a lot of people want to add some, Christmas elements, or change things, or even just adding text in general, as a product have a life cycle. So when you launch it and it could be successful or sell a lot, after a while, more competitors and more players coming into the market. So one way to fight this is by improving your listing. So doing it could be, and then you don't really have the photographer anymore because you got the photos, let's say a year ago, you're kind of by yourself. So I think this tool would come to be very handy at that point for a lot of sellers, and even for new sellers that just starting and want to create beautiful images. So I'll give you the stage now to show us a little bit about how those things work.
Yeah, perfect. So the starting point on Intellifox is that all your products from your Seller Central are automatically imported in the tool. You don't have to manually do anything. You can have your existing product, or you can also start to create your own listings directly from the tool.
So it saves you a lot of time. Like I know, because when I have to change photos, it's very messy process. I have to go to the folder, send them to a guy on Fiverr, then you do the editing and back and forth. It's really time consuming process. We know time is money, and this tool like save you a lot of this time, because you have to connect your Seller Central here, and then it's pulling all the pictures automatically, right?
Yeah, exactly. All the pictures, all the texts, everything. Well, it's to me that's the ideal workflow you want to have with your listings.
100%. I agree.
So basically, what you can see all your products. So you have all of your important products. Then you can, well, maybe for the US it's not as important, but maybe your listeners, they sell in Canada, in Mexico as well, maybe on the marketplace.
I mean, a lot of sellers do sell on Europe. We start in US and then we expand to Europe, like myself. And you know what? A lot of times we have to change text from US to German, Italian, French. That's a big demand. So just to make it to all your products cost you fortune. And with this tool, I guess you just do it one time and then you just change the translation, right?
Yeah, but that's exactly that. And also you have a lot of because it was born in Europe, and you need to have access to many languages in Europe to be able to sell across Europe. So that's like built in the philosophy of Intellifox.
Yeah, I'm actually going through this process right now, and I just made a video about service providers in Amazon in beta. It's a beta thing, and they actually offer a free translation service for you, the Amazon team. So they will take your videos and will give you a script in the German. I guess maybe it's an idea for you. Maybe also do for videos like text overlays and some things like that, and also for your images. So they will translate your listing, your images and video for free. So but once you get it, you need a tool like this one to actually implement this. So this is really powerful. What about the pictures that already have text built in them? Is that possible to change it or not?
Well, let me show you an example for that. So let's say you have I imported pictures of this product right here. Let's say you have this this image. I think that's not the easiest part right now to modify the text. You can, but to be honest, I don't have the little color picker, so I won't be able to get the right orange. But basically, you can put a mask in front of the text, and then.
I mean, you have a color picker, like
yeah, I don't
like
have the
that,
color
right?
picker, so I'm going to have to gauge it by eye.
By the eye, okay, but I guess it's something you will add, or it's not there yet.
Yeah. It's
Always evolving.
yeah, but everything is in the details. You have to get everything perfect. But it's coming. Everything. It takes time.
Yeah,
It will
yeah.
come.
But you can put the actual color code.
Yeah. Obviously, that's
Okay,
what
so
I tell to my customers.
a quick solution is just to I have Chrome extension that I have color picker there, and then you just check the color, you put the color code. We can maybe you can make later a video for like a quick solution.
Yeah,
But yeah,
definitely.
that's fixed. That's really good because for even pictures that you got from your photographer back then, you can still change the text. This is very powerful.
Yeah. And after that, you just have to put a text, and well, basically you can do whatever you want right here.
Amazing.
I'm going to put it in white, and I don't know, like very strong magnets. That's way too big. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm not a marketing guy,
Yeah, we get it, but it's very powerful. That way you can just change your message.
Yeah, exactly.
And or countries or variations or whatever, like very, very quickly.
Yeah.
That's
one thing I want to say is just that you have to understand the next step. Once you've done this modification, so you're trying a new messaging, you have the next step is something that people need to understand the value of Intellifox. Is now you have your listing there, but the next step is not to save the image, go to the Seller Central, put it in Seller Central, click on save and hope that it's going to get published. No, you have a preview button that allows you to see the image you modified. And then you just have to click publish. You click publish, and then it will publish everything about the listing. All the text, all the images, all the updating the prices you have. And that's just one click. You click publish and that's it. It's going to do it for you.
So from what I see, so yeah, we all know we can do the same thing in many different ways. From what I see, what it's actually the best value here, that it's in one centralized place, and because it's in one centralized place and it saves you a lot of time, it make it convenient. And when things are easy and convenient, just people will do and use it more, instead of you thinking, oh, you know what, I need to do this and that and continue and coming all those moving parts and come up with one image. I have it in one place, and I know it takes me like 2 minutes, and I publish it. That's, I think, the power behind this tool for me. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm looking from a seller point of view. What are the benefits of it?
Yeah, that's the main benefit. It's everything you need in one place. And yeah, I really like the idea of having everything in one place. That's how when I develop an app, that's the same. I want to have everything in one place, so I don't have to. I don't have to spend energy chasing stuff. Everything is there, and like the second benefit from that is that almost anyone can do this. That's the thing. You don't have to guess. What's the next step. You have this. The way I've organized this tool is that you have a optimization score and you have a guide that's basically guiding you through the process of listing optimization. One of the steps is setting up 7 images. And that's it. And everyone can do this, and it's all step by step explained. There are no hidden areas. It's
simple to use.
Straightforward.
You don't have to break your head. It's guiding you, and it's kind of leading you to get to where you want in a very simple and steps way.
Yeah.
What are other things that you will adjust? That's one way to just change existing a picture or a change. I'm sorry, text on picture. What about, let's say, someone wants to add Christmas elements? Can you show maybe how it works? And I'm sorry if you wasn't prepared, but this is something that
No,
a
no,
lot of times happening. You have Valentine's Day and you want to add our hearts and roses or whatever.
definitely. So yeah, you have an ever-growing list of collection of elements that you're going to be able to add to the listing, to your images.
Can
This
we
is a
do
very
live
common.
one example or
Yeah,
something?
of course. I'm going to put a nice
Let's say Valentine's.
heart.
This product,
Yeah,
even though it's not
Valentine's.
Valentine's, but let's say.
So this is straight from the collection, but you also have access to a picture library. So if I put heart, I'm not sure if yeah.
Oh, okay. And I can upload, customize my own images too. Let's say I'm going to, Shutterstock and I find the beautiful elements and I want to add them here. Can I do that?
Yeah. You have your own collection of pictures, and
Okay.
that's also something that's important to me. That your pictures are organized. You've got a picture library. You can get pictures from stock pictures and from the outside. You have your global images, like your logos and everything that's replicated across your products, but you also have the pictures of your own products, and they are not scattered across. They are just in this folder at the right place where you need them. And
Wow.
yeah, that's
that saves a lot of
important to
times.
me.
Sometimes I'm breaking my head. I'm uploading pictures to Etsy, for example. Oh, where are my images? Where they are? And then if it's one place, can you show how it works? Let's click on product pictures. Let's see what we see.
Yeah. Basically, there you can upload. You won't see my upload form. It's just a classic form. You can drag and drop your images right there, and they will appear.
What about versions? Like, let's say I did the original version, then I had version 2. It will save it or it will override it?
So that's a great question, because that's something I clearly want to do in the future with Intellifox. Let's simplify this process. It doesn't mean you can't do this right now, but if you want to do this, like the best way right now would be to create a draft. You can create as many drafts as you want, and there you can work and save images from another product. So that's the lame response I'm giving you, but basically
that's the workaround it.
Yeah, that's a workaround.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just a question that come to my mind, because a lot of times we do have versions and we test things and then we see it's not good, and then we have to find the old version, and it's kind of, it came to my mind when I saw the pictures there.
Yeah. That's one way I want to improve Intellifox, clearly. I just want to show one feature, because that's like the most loved feature of the IntelliNotes.
Yeah.
You have pictures from your photographer, and maybe you want to, you get, for instance, this picture. That's not from a photographer. That's just one of my customers. He made this picture. It was on a white blanket, and you just have to click one button, like remove background, and this will actually remove the background from your product. I'm not going to click it because it's already done, but that's the image you get without any click. To me, that's crazy. And
okay, so it's remove the background. Yeah, that's very powerful. And then okay, I get it.
And the thing is, I'm not that's my kind of my craziest customer. He took this image and look what he did with that. I mean, that's crazy. I wouldn't think you could do this with Intellifox, but he took a stock picture of a guy, and he strapped the element to it. And it's like,
he rotated the element to fit the right angle of this arm.
And to me, that's a fun use of Intellifox. It's very flexible. You can do whatever you want.
Wow. So you can take stock photos to demonstrate your product, to make it like a lifestyle. Honestly, it's not that bad, but in my standards, it will not pass because it looks, I'll always tell them, you can use stock photos for lifestyle photos as long as it looks like 100% real. Maybe for me, because I'm a seller and I know a little about design, it looks, and you also told us that, so it looks actually from top zoom out view, it doesn't look that bad. Actually, it looks good. Maybe with the colors, to make it more like the colors of the picture, fading, I think it will look better. But
yeah, definitely.
a lot of times you just want to test something. You don't want to invest like in the photographer to test an idea. So this come to perfect use of it, in my opinion, because I want to test this stock photo comparing to the other stock photo. And then let's say I say the new stock photo is better, and then I say, you know what, we know that it's better, let's just do it a real photo similar to that,
Exactly, and that's the main thing you want to do when you have a product, is it's experimenting always, and get data from your experiments and feed this data into your listings, and make this as much as possible to try and to squeeze every sales you can get from your listings. 100%. If you just put a listing out there and hope for the best, and yeah, it's working, you have, I don't know, 8%, 10% conversion rates. But if you're not doing anything to try to make it better, you don't know how much you're missing. And this allows you to make changes. Yeah.
How you created this one? This one looks awesome. So maybe you can show a little bit about how you can create those text overlays. Beautiful. This one, I love it.
Yes, thank you. That's one of my customers that made that, and I asked him, "Can I show it to the world?" He said, "Yes, go ahead." So yeah, everything was made with Intellifox. So you have this background. I will show you all the elements. So that's everything. Maybe I can show you how we can try to recreate this with a blank canvas.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay, so you go to the backgrounds, and I will find either, I don't know if it's, I'll do something similar, I'm not doing That's a nice looking background for, I don't know, that's a nice looking background. Now I put the picture.
I guess it also depends on the type of product, but yeah, just for the example. Just for the example.
So I will try some words. I'm not sure it's going to. You can, as you said, you can get any image from any website and import them in Intellifox to make your listing. So I'm just.
So you can put a URL and it will import, or you just upload it from your computer.
Yeah, you can. You can't put the URL. You need to upload it from your computer.
Okay.
So the images, they are from Pixabay. Pixabay, everyone uses it. Yeah. It's free, but that is very convenient because you don't have to manage files. You just click, and that's usable directly on the.
Oh, so this connected to Pixabay, the tool?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have to search. You search from within the tool.
Yeah, and you can directly use it in your designs.
That's really powerful.
And
that's through API or scraping?
API. That's their access. They allowed me to do this. It's perfectly legal.
Okay, that's nice.
You have many nice options. What I like to do often is just have a small radius on the borders and have a small shadow.
Rounded corners, yeah.
So I use this drop shadow. That's looking better already. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Then it takes a little of time. Yeah, little time to learn how to use this, but it's very straightforward. Once you manage to use it, it's really, really easy. You take this simple rectangle element.
I guess it's similar to Canva, which I showed in my channel. But the difference is that this one is more like it's for Amazon sellers. So it's definitely going to save you time, and you don't have to go back and forth with the tools.
Yeah, exactly. And so this box, I'm going to put it the same size as the box. And just put it in white. And
Beautiful.
yeah, beautiful. That's it. I will add this small shadow for the text. It's very cheap and it looks great. Well, that's it. That's what you can do in not with a lot of
Amazing.
effort.
Amazing. Amazing. Even though it's not a product, it's a construction building or whatever. But it definitely demonstrates what you can do with it. Even take existing products that you didn't, just a lifestyle photo, and add life to it with text. I always say use text. A lot of sellers don't use text in their text overlays in their images. That's one of the most powerful ways to touch people emotions by connecting what they kind of confirming what they feel with what you want them to do. And I talk about this a lot. So some people don't have photos, text overlays in the photos. That's one powerful way to just edit without paying hundreds of dollars to a special photographer.
Yeah, definitely. That's something very important. I try to tell all my customers is you're not selling a product, you're selling a solution to a problem, and you have to illustrate the problem you're solving with pictures and with text. That's how you do this. You have to talk to their heart, trigger their emotions, and then make it moving backward to their logical process and make everything clear. And that's what you do with the copywriting on the images, on the text. That's the secret. That's the thing.
It's secret, but it's simple. So when they actually see the picture, they say to themselves in a brain, that's what I want. Let's buy it. They don't have to think. They just buy,
Yeah. Also, one thing important, if you're starting from scratch, you get access to templates. Also, an ever-growing list of templates, and they can be also customized in the colors of your brand.
This is a game changer. This you didn't show me before. This is nice.
There is many things to show you. I can show you secrets. Everything.
This saves you a ton of time because wow, this is powerful. So I see how I can use myself even actually. Like now.
Let me put it in context. Just you click this. Oh no, that's not the right thing. You click here. So the color palette, I'm going to put this one, and then you can take this image, delete it, and put your own product in place.
Yeah. Wow.
That's really like 2-click.
And that's specifically for Amazon. Like it's not that templates for like whatever. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And the thing, I'm going to be honest with you, Thomas. The tool, we are a small team. I have 1 employee and a half. We are a small team. We are working all day to make this better. But the thing is, the more customers are going to be in Intellifox, the more money we'll have and we'll be able to invest in more templates, in making everything better. That's kind of the thing that to me makes sense. So
100%. So let's support him and let's make this bigger, because I see the templates going to also be something amazing that will allow sellers to test current pictures they have with new ones easily, quick, bam, with the one-click button. You just create like. I'm very excited about this. I didn't know that it exists. Could you show again what are the other templates we have?
Yeah. So but my point was that there are not enough templates right now. I want more templates, and that will.
Yes, of course. But I think that's like especially this one with the on the left, the one that have like watering extension. The third one, I think that's very powerful. On the top, this one.
Yeah.
That's. Click on it.
I will click on it. This one, easy.
Yeah. Yes, perfect. So that's really like that saved you. This is crazy. That's gonna save a lot of time. Just showing zoom in pictures with the features, and then maybe the text that you use at the bottom, it's something that you create to touch emotion. So explaining them that's the product that they need. This is going to save a lot of time to a lot of sellers. This is very powerful. I'm very excited to see like when you got to come up with more templates and more
Yeah,
colors and more stuff, you know. But you can change the
definitely.
colors of also of the elements, like the instead of yellow and blue to whatever color I want, or it's not.
Yeah, you can. The best way to do this is to, because the templates are based on the color palette you have on your product. So you can have your own, there are some presets, but if once you select a color palette, you save, it changes everything.
Oh,
So you can have
wow.
consistency across your images,
Wow.
same color of text, same color of background, and
Wow.
you can
Wow.
customize this palette to be anything. It's a bit hard, I would say. I haven't improved this part in a long time, so I think it's a bit hard maybe to preview what the impact will be live. So you have
Wow.
to yeah, take a
You just play with it, yeah. But still,
yeah,
it's
play
gonna
with
be
it.
much faster than the, you know. And then once you're done and you like the colors, you like you said, you save the color palette, and it will be applied to the rest of the images.
Yeah, basically you can change your 7 images. If you use the palette, you can change all your images in just changing the color palette.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Is there, you know, I know there are a lot of exciting things in the, you know, in your sleeve, like adding PPC features and some other stuff. Why don't you just briefly share what is the plans? You know, like I said, I know you're kind of small team, and I hope that you know more people now will realize that it could save them a lot of time, and that they will use it. And I'm currently using it, and I'm gonna, after you showing me some of the new features there, gonna test it and play with it more, especially now we're in the process of improving my second brand. And this tool will come very handy and save my team a lot of time. And but what your plans, what you're working on? You mentioned PPC and some other stuff. Maybe, I don't know, I gave you idea with the video for the future and other stuff.
Yeah, obviously, since I talk all the time with my customers, I know exactly what the plan is and what are the biggest needs of Amazon sellers. When I started Intellifox, I wanted to go all the way for product optimization, but now I'm looking at the biggest issue for Amazon sellers, and it's having profitable ads on Amazon. And I've looked into the issue, and to me, that's not rocket science. That's mathematics. And mathematics, you can, to me, that you can encapsulate in algorithms. And that's what I'm working on right now, is how to create profitable ads on Amazon with automated software. And just yesterday, I had a live webinar with more than 50 of my customers. We do live webinars in French every 3 weeks. And this one was a big one because I finally showed what was going to be released very soon. So probably at the time you're looking at this video, you're probably going already have the features on Intellifox to manage your ads and make them more profitable.
It's gonna be next week. Are you sure?
Yeah. In the next few days, I'm starting a beta, because it's kind of a touchy process, and you don't want to be messing with too many campaigns at first. But what I'm explaining is that just to be profitable with ads, it's not rocket science. You have to understand what's your budget, what can you spend, and just understand your conversion rate of your ads, and basically understand how much you can spend per click. And this is the value that makes or kills your profit. And if this gets automated for you and computed for each campaign, each keywords, or each target, and it can be automated, and if you have a clear way of seeing if that's profitable, because to me that's really hard in the Seller Central right now, the campaign manager. It's really hard to know if you made a profit or not with your ads, and it's complicated with all the acronyms, ACOS, TACOS, AROS, PPC, everything. Yes, that's confusing for many of my users.
Yeah, I think you have very hard competition with this with the tool that I recommended. It's called Scale Insights. It's a game changer, because my approach, I tried a lot of AI tools that kind of, I don't know about what your plans, whether it's going to be fully automated like AI completely, or you kind of have control. What I like about Scale Insight, after really trying a lot of softwares, even the expensive ones, Perpetua and all of these guys, that it's AI based. and very expensive, that take they take percentage of your ad spend and those stuff, that I don't like that it's you cannot really control and know what the software is doing. So what I like scaling said that you can customize the rules, so you kind of in control on everything. And I think it's very important, so you're kind of hands-on, you know what you do and how the tool works, so in case things go wrong, you know how to fix them. So again, I don't know enough about like what are your plans, how the tool works. Maybe we can do another call and you showcase this, and we can see how it can help sellers too. But Conrad, thank you so much for everything you shared here. I can tell that you're very passionate about this, and the tool is constantly improving and growing. And I'm sure a lot of people that do you have any trial or something they can do, or they have to commit some pricing? Maybe you can share with us.
Yeah, of course. So we do have a 21 free trial, 21 days, sorry. So you can try just connect with your Amazon account and just try the tool for 21 days for free. I think that's the best way to do it. And if you want,
there's no risk.
Yeah, there is no risk, no commitment, and the price of the software, it starts with, for most people it will be $59 per month. And the thing I want to offer your audience from Sourcing Monster is like having the first month. So after those 21 days, you can get the first month for 50% off. So only $30 for the first month.
Wow.
With using the code that we are going to have to make, because we didn't make this before, but you'll have a code in the description, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't know about it, so thank you for surprising me with this discount for my audience. And yeah, it's gonna be a big help. First of all, try 21 days. I'm sure you're gonna love it. And Conrad will provide me this discount code. Thank you for that. So you can get even more discount for your first month, paid month. And that's very exciting. I wish you really a lot of success with this. This is really a new message to seller, and a tool that could really save a lot of time. I see definitely the value in it as an advanced, and even for beginners that just kind of don't have all the resources to pay expensive photographers. Maybe like I have like an established business, but I know at the beginning I would just try to save any penny, and this tool could save you a lot of time and money. So definitely, to any kind of seller at any level, it could help. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you again, Conor.
Thank you very much, Tamara.